off January 15th to celebrate the life of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Born in 1929 in Atlanta, Georgia, Martin Luther King started off his fight for civil rights and equality at a young age. After excelling in school and becoming a minister, King began to focus on pressing issues
slip, I wanna run away.
Good afternoon, Cobras, and welcome to another edition of your Cobra TV News. My name is Kevin Diaz.
And I'm Juliana Sanes. National English Honor Society members, remember that today at 2:30 you'll be having a meeting in Ms. Reese's room, otherwise known as room 200.
NHS members, your Black History posters are due this Friday. You only have 2 days left to finish them, so make sure to finish your posters as soon as possible and turn them in to Miss Alvarez.
The faculty is cracking down on students that are out of uniform and late to class by enforcing lockouts and having mass uniform sweeps. Remember, if you're caught either out of uniform or late to class, you will be spending the rest of your day in CSI.
There will be a HIP meeting this Friday in the library at 2:30. Make sure to be there because if you don't go, you don't teach.
This Monday is Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Because of this, let's take it to Emily Fundora with a quick synopsis of his life.
Civil rights advocate, minister, and leader, we take off January 15th to celebrate the life of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Born in 1929 in Atlanta, Georgia, Martin Luther King started off his fight for civil rights and equality at a young age. After excelling in school and becoming a minister, King began to focus on pressing issues in the South and the rest of the country. His first major accomplishment for his fight for civil rights was organizing a citywide bus boycott after the arrest of Rosa Parks. Since then, his peaceful method of protest gained interest, which led him to organize speeches. His most famous speech of his career was his I Have a Dream speech.
I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal. Just as I have a dream that my poor little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream today.
He later went on.
Yeah, can you unlock the phones if you know the code?
April 3rd, 1968, Martin Luther King was assassinated in Memphis, Tennessee. Over 50 years later, King's legacy still continues. We honor him for his contributions to the civil rights movement.
Thank you, Emily. Speaking of Dr. King, there will be no school on Monday.
The highly acclaimed comic creator and Marvel Comics icon Stan Lee has been accused of groping his home care nurses. A representative from the nursing company has confirmed that its owner has received various complaints from nurses. Lee, on the other hand, claims that all these accusations are part of a shakedown and an attempt to blackmail him.
This flu season has been one of the most active flu seasons in recent memory, now affecting 46 states in all. So far, there have been 41,000 nationwide cases this season alone. The vaccine this year has not been effective as in previous years, but it does not help. But it still does help to protect you in the long run.
Bad news coming from California. In the previous days, heavy rains unleashed destructive rivers, and mud and debris have killed at least 13 people and destroyed countless homes, spurring rescue efforts as the flooding has closed many roads just downstream from where the Thomas Fire burned thousands of acres just last month.
Today, a federal judge in California temporarily blocked the Trump administration's efforts to end the Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals program, otherwise known as DACA. DACA protects young undocumented immigrants who came to the U.S. as children from deportation. Remember, the block is only temporary as of right now. President Trump is still planning on ending DACA.
Tomorrow, your girls soccer team will be playing against the Braddock Bulldogs at Braddock. If you're in the area, make sure to stop by and show off your Cobra spirit.
Tomorrow, the boys basketball team will be facing off against Columbus. Your JV team will be playing them at 6, while the varsity team will take them on at 7:30. Make sure to show them who's your daddy. Thanks for tuning in for Cobra TV News. I'm Gianna Sanes.
And my name is Kevin Diaz. And just before we go, I would like to say we apologize for the misspelling of uniform in one of the previous graphics. That
Have a great Cobra day.
Have a nice day.